It is now time to continue back to track right here, as we will have Mercury Swirl versus Color Polkadot. Mercury Swirl, huge disappointment in this year's timed race, went 1-5, and I must say, he was way better than 1-5. Now, he wasn't going to the playoffs the way he was playing, but there were 3 of his losses where he only lost by 1 point, so he easily could have won a few games there. But I do think Mercury Swirl has potential in this year's back to track tournament. We got to see if he can prove it. Color Polkadot hasn't really been any good in his career ever since 2016-17, when he finished in the top 10 in the league, winning the balance jump regulation champion, and almost made the balance jump playoffs this year, but just came 1 spot short of it. But anyway, let's begin this game right now. Alright, here we go. Let's begin this game. We roll a 1 on the dice roll, so the maze race, timed race, and then balance jump will be the order for this game. So we will start right here in this maze race, and Mercury Swirl in the red funnel first here on the first point. Mercury Swirl takes the first point of the maze race. So now it's 1-0 in the maze race, and now we move on to the second point. Mercury Swirl in again. And so far, a pretty fast start for Mercury Swirl, as of now it's 2-0. Alright. On the third point, Mercury Swirl looking to sweep Color Polkadot, and Mercury Swirl taking 6 points on his full score to start. What a start for Mercury Swirl right here, and a pretty decent first try here in the timed race, 33. Color Polkadot having a huge weakness in this timed race, but this is actually going to be a pretty decent first try. Had a slow ending, 34. 1 point for Mercury Swirl, 7-0. And Color Polkadot, what a pretty solid timed race he's having. He gets another 34, so let's see what Mercury Swirl can do. And, ooh, got caught, and he's going to have a slow one. Bad second drive, 42, and that's going to give Color Polkadot 4 points right there, so 7-4, and all of a sudden, it's a pretty close game now. Mercury Swirl will get to the 30, and he's playing against a former balance jump regulation champion in Color Polkadot. Color Polkadot. Let's see how he responds to the 30. He's going to need something good right here to come back, and gets a 0, and that is it. Mercury Swirl clinches the victory in this one, with it being 10-4. No matter what happens in this second try, we will see Mercury Swirl with a 1-0 record, and Color Polkadot with an 0-1 record. Color Polkadot gets to the 30 on his second try, and Mercury Swirl, let's see how he's going to end this game off, see if he can get some more points to end, or we'll see if Color Polkadot can get some points. But Mercury Swirl, what a second try, and pretty solid performance by Mercury Swirl today, as he wins 12-4. He wins by 8, and Mercury Swirl is now 1-0 to start back to track. Well, other than the 42 in the timed race, I would say that Mercury Swirl has had a really good start to back to track. And if he can continue to play like this, then we could see Mercury Swirl do some damage this year and go a long way. And has never made a playoff in his career, so this could be his first playoff run in back to track. If he does continue like this, he has to prove himself. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching this. I will see y'all later for some more games coming up.